Comrades, greetings. I want to recognize especially your member of parliament in waiting, a comrade in whom I'm well pleased and anxious to see her in the parliament representing for the people of Northeast St. Elizabeth. I want to recognize your counselor, Gangster for Life, my brother and my friend. And Gangster represents what can be considered as the heart of the People's National Party, Grace River. In good times, in bad times, Grace River stands with the People's National Party, listening you to the people of the Grace River Division. All of the other comrades on the platform, comrades in the audience, greetings. But you know me scaredy. Now when me come and me talk it to all me see. And I don't care what the laborites want to do or say, I talk it how I see. And I realize that the laborites are trying to run an election based on where people come from. I'm talking about people, bad mind and all of them something. How can you be in government for 2 terms consecutively, 10 years, and when we get to a campaign, your argument is based on where somebody come from and I talk about who bad mind and who this and who that. If you were a government doing any work, you would be campaigning on what you have done for the people. It shouldn't matter where it just come from because your work should be speaking for you. But because they have not done the work, now they only want to talk about answers. I refuse to allow wholeness and the bag of done swim of a run up back on him, say, AP. Hold on. When you say them dots, they get vexed. And you can look out for your refuse tomorrow morning, one really say, oh, me call them dots. But dots is a word that is in dictionary. And there is a definition for it. And if people's behavior match the definition, then you can use the word to describe them. Who come from here, sir, who come from there, sir, he, she, and the old lady. That's not what they call. Half of the children in Jamaica that are going to school hungry. And we know, so empty plastic bag can't stand up. People can't learn when they're hungry. And so we have said that under the next PNP government, every needy child in school will get 1 warm, nutritious meal per day, free of charge, courtesy of the People's National Party. We understand what poor people pick me and go through. When I was going to school, I used to buy sugar bun and big Joe box drink and what they could afford. And after lunch, when you go in a class and be a yarn, when teacher reach a blackboard, you know you want thing, because sugar settle down in a yarn, you want to sleep. We are going to cut that out and we are going to ensure that the children get a warm, nutritious meal. None of the ingredients to provide that will come from anywhere else. We are going to ask the teachers, the schools to plan out what the meal options are. And when they tell us what they need, we are going to come to you, the farmers, and we are going to say to you, go there and produce the Irish, produce the pumpkin, produce the callaloo, and that is what is going to feed our children. We have projected that we will spend an additional $9 billion on the school feeding program, and we are going to spend that money with the local farmers, especially our farmers in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Another part of the reason why the children are not doing well is that some of them don't have the fear to go to school. And so the next PNP government is going to identify 20,000 needy students, and they will get $500 per day towards transportation so that they can go to school. We want your children to become better than you and get better opportunities than you. We want your children to can make life in Jamaica and not to run with our foreign in order to make life. We want when you go there and work hard, you can see what you're working for. You don't feel like you're at work, but you still have suffer. When our children go there and they work hard and qualify to go to university, the government will ensure that the first child in every family that qualifies to go to university will get a full scholarship from the People's National Party so they can go to university and better themselves. From in the 70s, Michael Joshua Manley said free education because this is the party that believes in education as a vaccine against poverty, as a vehicle for upward mobility in our society. So we now run no election about bad mind and where people come from. We are running election based on what we are going to do to benefit the people of this country. I am tired of people getting up and putting on them clothes to come a politics meeting and somebody look out and say, look by him and she and run back a politics and don't live nowhere. We have to cut out that and make sure that we put housing in place for people in the society. Time come now for our people to have better access to housing opportunity. Yeah, them go around every day and run up about no new taxes. This government, JLP government, takes $11.4 billion out of the NHT every single year to put it into the country's budget. The next PNP government is going to cut that out. And when we cut that out, we are going to leave that money in the NHT and we are taking one out of the 11 and we are putting it in a deposit fund that every youngster below the age of 35 who want to buy a house but you don't have the deposit, the next PNP government is going to give you $500,000 as a grant, not a loan, as a grant towards your deposit so you can purchase a house for yourself. I am tired of young people who go there and if you live with mama and papa and granny. Time come now for young people of them want a key, for them want a yard. PNP is going to ensure that we have housing for young people. We are going to build 50,000 low-income houses in our first term in office. 50,000. Those houses, none of them will pass $10 million. None of them. What this government is doing now, selling NHD house for $30 million, Michael Manley and turning in a grave for your wicked and you won't let me and when I mash up the National Housing Trust. All constituencies, including Northeast St. Elizabeth, the candidates have been asked, identify the suitable piece of land because every constituency will get at least 500 of those low-income houses built within that constituency. And when we build those houses, if the house comes to $10 million and the land part of it is $2.5 million under the next PNP government, any housing scheme that is built or sponsored by the NHD, the people will not pay for the land portion of the price in the house. You will get the land portion for free. They ask, how can we do that? We can do it because we are not taking out the $11.4 billion to put into the country budget. We are leaving it with the NHD. You have made the sacrifice for the last 12 years, and so you won't pay for the land portion of any development that we do. So Dwayne, you're right. When the PNP turned government and Mark Golden is going out there, Mark Golden won't be putting up ribbon to open one dege house. We are going to open housing scheme in Grace River, housing scheme in Balaclava, housing scheme in Silo, housing scheme in Santa Cruz. And at no time will you see Mark Golden with a sledgehammer and come lick down poor people's house and run them off land and Labour government do that. We have in our society, remember now, when Michael designed the National Housing Trust, I want you to follow me here. The housing trust was designed for the low-income contributors. He was trying to ensure that poor people can have a roof above their head. He was trying to ensure that poor people can have a roof above their head. We have currently in our society people that are farmers, people that are barbers, people that are hairdressers, people that are selling in a shop, them are cook. We have people that are driving taxi. All of them need a house. They don't have a pay stub. So they can't go down to NHC right now because they don't have a pay stub. The next PNP government, when we build those houses and you see it and like it, we are going to allow you to move into that house and pay rent for the first 6 months. Once you show us that you are disciplined and you are willing to pay the rent, we will convert the rent to mortgage and you move from renting to owning that house and our rent to own policy for the next government. I will so forever. No. This is part of the reason. When I go to the meeting, then I make sure I talk about what we plan for doing. Because I don't want us to get carried away at the meeting and people come out and I realize that I want bag of things we have planned in the next PNP government. I hear some people are running off them out, but we don't have no plans. It's not true. We have a whole heap of plans and things that you will be direct beneficiaries of. You know how many people in Jamaica that currently can't own a house, that once we put those policies in place, will suddenly be able to finally own a house and live in dignity. We have agriculture as a critical ministry. 262,000 Jamaicans are registered as farmers. This government put the Minister of Agriculture from St. Elizabeth. They put the State Minister of Agriculture from St. Elizabeth. And they did that because of all the food that is produced in Jamaica. St. Elizabeth produces a quarter of it. Meaning, if you produce 100 pounds, hold on with that one. If you produce 100 pounds of anything, 25 out of the 100 come from St. Elizabeth. It is the best farming parish in the entire country. And they put the minister and the junior minister from St. Elizabeth, and agriculture still there on the back. How can it be that agriculture still on the back? They have done everything to ensure that the local farmers cannot make it in life. And what they have done is to give them friend and company permit to import food coming out of Jamaica that the local farmers can produce, not under the PNP government. We are going to ensure that we put our farmers to work to produce those items locally. Roger Clark, his name come up several times since night. Roger Clark of blessed memory ensure that we got to 90% self-sufficiency in Irish, meaning that we produce 90%, 9 out of 10 of what we needed where Irish is concerned. There is no reason why Jamaica should be importing Irish and onion and them things there, when we can produce it locally right here. And so the next PNP government is going to ensure that when we reach in there, we support local agriculture so that we can become self-sufficient in the production of Irish and onions and some other crops. No. When you look at how much money worth of food we import in Jamaica each year, that has moved from 800 million US dollars in 2016 when this government, Labour government, took over. And they have doubled it, moved it to 1.6 billion US dollars in the 10 years that they have been in office. Double it. We have said that we are going to take some of the taxes that we put on imported food. You know, tourism, BOSI, them have tourism enhancement fund. Healthcare, BOSI, them have national health fund. Technology, BOSI, them have universal service fund that have put up Wi-Fi and everything. Time come now for Farmer Bossy, because we are going to put in place the Agriculture Development Fund that will help our local farmers. What are some of the things that we want to do from the Agriculture Development Fund? One, we are going to put some of the money at the PC bank so that farmers can get loan, get access to funding, so you can go there and produce and feed this nation. Two, we are going to ensure that we build out irrigation into the communities so that you can have irrigation on your farm. Yes, we're going to continue the big projects. But if you are farming on 5 acre, 3 acre, we are going to help you to dig the pond and give you the pond liner and give you the irrigation system so you can irrigate your farm. We are going to ensure that we build out storage, and we're not going to ask you to move all the way over, so in every area that we have significant farming, we are going to put a 40-foot reefer solarized container so that you have access to storage. Time come now for farmers to be able to store their produce when they come in and not to lose it when plucked upon the market. We are also going to buy heavy duty equipment so that we can come in and help you with land preparation. And we are going to ensure that we spend some time and money on research so that when you have disease affecting onion and disease affecting, and that quickly we can treat it so that you can get value for the hard work that you put in. So comrades, I'm going to wrap it up there because a long time ago there. But I say to you, we not just say we want to go in a power. We not come to a microphone and go talk about who bad mind or who bad mind this. A fool argument then there. Because the first thing is that we could have never bad mind people who can explain how them get them things. In 2020, this Prime Minister, 6 months before the election due, in the middle of COVID, and with COVID he could have gotten an extra 6 months. This Prime Minister went to Parliament in our suit with one green clocks, real puppy shoulder, big suit and tie but green clocks, and he called the election in August of 2020, and we had the election on the 3rd of September. Now we are 2.5 months away from 5 years, and every day they get about a campaign about them ready to call the election. They can run, but they can't hide. They must call the election, and when they call it in Northeast St. Elizabeth, they ever get a meeting. They must get a meeting. They have to get a meeting, because time come now for Comrade Jess to show them that she is the best and the person to represent this constituency. God bless you, and have a good evening.
Comrades, you heard it from the Comrade next Minister of Agriculture. Comrades that we started calling Comrade Rochelle Raleigh for the man to make a presentation to the Minister in the interest of time. Let's do it quick. Raleigh, come on the boss.
You want to see? You want to see? You want to see? Why you shy? Why you shy? Please.
Take care.
Comrades! Comrades of Northeast St. Elizabeth, let me hear you!
Yo, give me.
Time come.
Oh, it's up there. Campbell, on behalf of Northeast Central, we want to give you a huge thank you for coming here tonight, sharing some informative message to the people of Grays River. That time has come for us of Grays River and Northeast Central.